Hello, everyone, and welcome to True Sports The Face Off. I am your host, Celine Chimarki, alongside Steele Roden and Lucas Curtelli. Today, we'll be talking about some of the highlights heading into the NHL upcoming season. First things first, though, the Seattle Kraken, the biggest excitement around. The Seattle Kraken debut season is finally here. Their first game is October 12th against the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Now, there's going to be a lot of different players wearing these Seattle Kraken jerseys. So, to name a few, we got Giordano, Schwartz, Wenberg, and Gruber. So, guys, who are you most excited to see in a Seattle jersey? Steele, let's start with you.
I think it has to be the last guy you mentioned there, Philip Grubauer. Last season he was top 3 in Vezina Trophy voting there. He's one of the best goalies to watch out this season. I think he's been one of the best goalies over the last couple of seasons. Top 5 for sure, depending on who you ask. But like I said, it was his best season last year with the Colorado Avalanche, a 1.95 goals against average with a 922 save percentage. I want to see him continue that kind of stellar play with his new team and this new franchise, the Seattle Kraken. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Philip Grubauer in the crease for the Seattle Kraken, and that's the player I've got my eyes on.
For me, Celine, it's Marc Giordano, the former Calgary Flame. A lot was made when Calgary didn't protect him and Seattle was rumored to take him, which they did. He's a great veteran presence in that dressing room, especially on a new team and a new franchise. So it's going to see how his leadership qualities can transfer into building this team and building the chemistry up with the Kraken. And way back when, if you guys remember, he was a Norris Trophy winner. So maybe he can get back to that form, and the Seattle Kraken will benefit from Marc Giordano.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and agree with you on that one, Lucas. Sorry, Steele. Now, will Seattle win their first game for the franchise on October 12th, Lucas?
I'm going to say it. I love the jerseys. They look good. They won their first preseason game against Vancouver. I am going to say the Seattle Kraken are going to win their first game, and hot take, will make the playoffs this season.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've got the Seattle Kraken winning against the Las Vegas Golden Knights. A close game, 3-2 in overtime.
Lucas, you stole my hot take. I'm very upset about that. But
It's the expansion effect. It's the expansion effect. Once you come into the league, you're automatically going to the Stanley Cup final.
It has to happen. I feel like if it doesn't happen, it's rigged.
Exactly.
And now talking about an interesting team, to say the least, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Okay, so All or Nothing, the series. Have you watched it, Lucas?
Okay, I'm a big Leaf fan and all, and I don't want to hear this either on social media or from you guys. I haven't seen it. Probably over the weekend, I will watch it. I really haven't had time. I want to sit down. I want to take everything in, see what happened throughout last year's season. I don't know if I really want to relive it, but it'll be pretty cool to see behind the scenes and everything that really went on.
Yeah, I don't think any of us want to relive that. But the Toronto Maple Leafs, they have a contract extension for their head coach, Sheldon Keefe. Now, Steele, was this a good idea or no?
Yeah, I like the extension that Sheldon Keefe got here for 2 years with the Toronto Maple Leafs. I think it was the right call to give him some time to work, for the next couple of years on what the Toronto Maple Leafs have plans to do. I think it was a great extension for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Sheldon Keefe has done a phenomenal job since taking reins behind the bench. After Mike Babcock was fired a couple of years ago. We've talked about this a lot of times that he hasn't really had the time. He hasn't had the training camp to actually kind of see the guys before the season starts. So I'm really looking forward to this season. I'm looking forward for the next 2 seasons with Sheldon Keefe behind the bench. And I think it was the right call to give him this deal.
Now I want to ask you both this question. If the Leafs don't make it past round 1 this year, which we all hope that they do, but God, who knows what's going to happen, is Dubis getting fired? Steele, you first. Lucas, answer second.
Yeah, to me, I don't think he should be fired, and I don't think he will be fired. I think at this point, obviously we've heard Kyle Dubis talk about how he's sticking with those top 4 guys, and I think it will get to a point this season, if they don't make it to the playoffs, if they don't make it past the first round, he's going to have to make the decision to trade one of those guys. And obviously it's not going to be Austin Matthews or Mitch Marner. And with that being said, it's probably not going to be John Tavares. So that leaves one guy out, and that's William Nylander for me. I think it's going to come to the point where everyone's going to start to realize that you can't put all the blame on management. It's not Sheldon Keefe's fault. It's not going to be Kyle Dubas' fault. It's going to be the team, and it's going to be those top 4 players, and they're going to have to make a decision on which guy goes and where he goes and what they're going to get back in return. So to me, I don't think Kyle Dubas should be fired, and I think it would be the wrong move to fire a guy like Kyle Dubas. He's done a fantastic job since taking over.
Steele, I agree with you on some points where if the Leafs don't make the playoffs this season, that one of those top 4 guys are going to be shipped out of Toronto. But I don't think Kyle Dubas is going to be the guy making that move. He put all his chips on these 4 guys, and if they don't come through for him for probably the 4th, 5th year that they have all been together, I just can't see how the upper echelon with MLSC are going to go forward with Kyle Dubas. Sometimes you just need to make a change, and you can't really, as much as we don't want to blame it on the players, I think there's got to be a fall guy. You just gave Sheldon Keefe a 2-year extension. I think Kyle Dubas and maybe even Brendan Shanahan might be out the door if the Leafs don't come through in the playoffs.
Well, time will tell. So hopefully the 2021-2022 season will be a lot different as seasons that we've seen in the past. But like I said, time will tell. So now talking about trades, getting into trades, Zach Hyman, just putting it out there because he is a Leaf, he left Toronto. So we've seen a lot of trades this offseason. So what player are you most looking forward to hit the ice in a different jersey? Lucas?
The one I'm most looking forward to is Marc-Andre Fleury, probably the biggest blockbuster trade of this offseason. Marc-Andre Fleury from the Vegas Golden Knights for nothing. That was pretty outstanding, trading the Vezina Trophy winner for nothing to the Chicago Blackhawks. They made some other solid moves, acquiring Tyler Johnson. They signed Seth Jones as well. So this team is going to be looking good, and their captain is back, Jonathan Toews. You just got the Vezina Trophy winner in Marc-Andre Fleury, but between the pipes, he looks great in his new gear. I think Chicago is going to be a team to reckon with this year.
Yeah, I had a couple guys that jumped out to me looking through the trades over the last couple of months. The first guy, Christian Devorak, he's looked really good for the Montreal Canadiens in the preseason, especially on that line with Jonathan Drouin and Tyler Toffoli as well. Another guy, Sam Reinhart, for the Florida Panthers. I think he's going to do a phenomenal job. He can just park himself right in front of the net and grab all of those rebounds and bury them, hopefully for the Florida Panthers. But the top guy that I've got my eyes on, it's Marc-Andre Fleury's teammate and new addition to the Chicago Blackhawks, Seth Jones, who Lucas just mentioned. I think he's going to bring a lot of stability to that blue line, that young blue line, and he's going to run the power play, especially when you've got Alex DeBrincat, like Lucas said. Jonathan Toews is back in the lineup, a guy like Patrick Kane. So I think he's going to run the power play. He's going to bring a lot of stability to that blue line, and that's who I'm really looking forward to watching this season.
Now, before we let you guys go, the NHL face-off, we still have to do our quick takes. So we'll start with Steele, and then we'll go to Lucas. So the first question I'm throwing out there is Jack Eichel's time in Buffalo finished?
Yeah, I think it's over. I think he gets traded some point during the middle to halfway point of the season.
Yeah, same with me, Steele. Jack Eichel is no longer a Buffalo Sabre. They stripped him of the captaincy, so we might see him gone by year's end for sure.
Will Tampa make it 3 in a row?
No, they're not going to make it 3 in a row. I think over this season, they've kind of decreased talent-wise, obviously with the expansion draft and all of those things. I think there's a lot more better teams out west, and one of those West teams wins the Stanley Cup this year.
I'm going to say yes because of this conspiracy theory I've been thinking about. Corey Perry's been to 2 straight Stanley Cup finals, and Patrick Maroon's been to 3. So you add that up, that good luck for those two. They're going to a third one, those Tampa Bay Lightning.
Hey, everything happens in threes. It's so true. Okay, so you never know. I mean, I'm with Lucas on this one. Who would you rather have on your team, Crosby or Draisaitl?
For me, it's Sidney Crosby, hands down. I'm taking leadership qualities over individual stats every single day.
I'm going to go with Leon Draisaitl. He has been outstanding. I know he's in the shadow of Connor McDavid, but he is a Hart Trophy winner. I'm taking Leon Draisaitl, younger and just more crazier and better, I think, more skilled than Sidney Crosby.
I'm taking my golden boy child, Sidney Crosby, and we're with Steele on that one. Who will score more goals this season, Matthews or McDavid?
I've got McDavid. Both these guys are projected to score over 50 goals. Matthews just projected over 2 more goals than McDavid right now. But I think McDavid's speed and ability to make plays from nothing out of something really defines who McDavid is. And I think because of that, I've got McDavid scoring more goals this season.
I'll take McDavid on the points, but Matthews for sure on the goals. He's going to probably have 60, 65 this year in an 82-game season.
Okay, well, who will have more points, McKinnon or Rantanen?
For me, it's Nathan McKinnon. I think he's super, super upset about how the last couple of seasons have gone for him, especially in the playoffs. I think he's super feisty and ready to get going this season. And I think he's going to dominate for the Colorado Avalanche. I've got Nathan McKinnon.
Well, we're not agreeing on anything, Steele. I'm going to go with
Apparently not.
Rantanen. He's the setup guy on that top line. So he's going to be feeding McKinnon. He's going to be feeding Landeskog. So I think it'll be Rantanen as the top point getter for the Avalanche.
And who will win the Calder Trophy, Caulfield or Zegras?
I think this one's fairly easy. It's got to be Cole Caulfield. No disrespect to Trevor Zegras. He's a phenomenal player. I just think Caulfield's in a better situation with the team. He's got way bigger opportunities, especially being on that first power play unit, being on the top line. So for me, it's got to be Cole Caulfield.
All right, last one we agree with. Cole Caulfield all the way. He's got the experience. He played in the Stanley Cup playoffs last year. He was a top guy for Montreal, and I think he's going to be a top guy as well for them this year.
And my final question. How do we feel about Arizona Coyotes' third jersey, the Black Kachina?
For me, I think it's the best jersey in the league. I love that they brought this back. It's been one of my all-time favorite logos in the NHL. So I love that they brought this back, and just having the black and white jerseys that you can both choose from, for me, phenomenal.
I know a lot of fans like the black ones, but I really like the white ones. They added with the purple as well. I love this logo. It's going to look great this year.
Okay, throw the hate on me. I hate it.
Oh my God.
I hate it.
Oh my God.
That's terrible.
Wait,
That's
what?
terrible.
You know, I just can't. I can't get into it. I really can't. I mean, like, I've tried my hardest to try to like this jersey, but for some reason, I think it's just the image on it that just I can't do it.
It's literally the best logo.
It's the best logo.
It's literally the best logo.
Color scheme. They look absolutely beautiful in them when they skate out on the ice.
Okay, I'm just gonna end it on that note. I can't bother to go back and forth with you on that. Well, thank you guys for joining us on True Sports Hockey, The Face Off. My name is Celine Chimarki, alongside Steele Roden and Lucas Fratelli, and we'll see you guys again soon. And we're so excited for the NHL season, aren't we, guys?
Oh yeah,
I'm super excited.